Well, from Nordic walking in England to bungee jumping in Aotearoa, our next guests are on an epic adventure.
Que tal se você chamasse a sua família?
50 viikon aikana 50.
Since October, health and fitness personalities Paul and Jackie Brown, along with their 9-year-old son Ben, have been traveling around the world promoting sports and healthy lifestyles.
Well, first of all, what is behind this whole challenge? What are you doing it for?
Well, Carl, it's pretty simple. Jackie and I have been in the health club industry all of our lives. You know, we love fitness, we love exercise, and we love sports. And over the last 30 or so years, we've seen a massive decline in activity levels in our kids. You've only got to look around and see how much time they spend playing on their computer screens, watching videos and the like. And there's a lack of balance there. Obesity has doubled in the last 10 years. It is going to double again in the next 7. And everywhere we go, we're going to visit schools and talk to kids and basically say, look, just find something, get some type of activity in your lives. We figured if we could prove to the world that we can find 50 different sports to do in 50 weeks, then surely every family out there can find at least one sport that they could do on a regular basis.
Sports in 50 weeks brings us to Arlington, Texas. We're at the headquarters of the United States Bowling Congress and the International Training and Research Center because this is Bowling Week.
Where the position it was, the speeds it was, the RPMs and such. So what this is they let them train that we can look for repeatability or where there's inconsistencies. Because when you get to the better bowlers, you want to find out what's causing that oop shot, the shot that come out of nowhere. Because it's something that's going to be consistent. That's what we want to start working on to make them better.
Okay, this part was really cool. Behind the lanes is a whole world of research, sensors, machines, and testing rigs everywhere. Inside the center, we saw just how much precision bowling really takes. Every lane measurement, every surface detail, even how the texture of the ball changes its curve, it all counts.
To give you an idea, this is some of the weights that are inside the bowling ball. Now what the differential, when we talked about differential, is the difference of the energy it takes to spin like this versus spinning like this. Now the more difference between that, the more the ball is going to want to migrate, or what we call flare. And the more it flares, the more lane surface it can have, so it better is for oily lanes.
And forgive me to sound like an idiot, but you're drilling to match where that is.
Well, yes, exactly. We're going to stand.
I got my color.
Okay, so you're all Columbia outfitted, Ben. Look, you got a Columbia bag, Columbia sack, Columbia shirt. So you are all Columbia.
You're all hammer.
I'm all hammer.
And you are
I'm all Storm. Bring on the lightning, baby.
I've been wanting this color t-shirt for ages and damn it.
I beg your pardon.
You can still wear it. As
Beg your pardon.
I like it.
So one of the first things that we kind of look for, we're looking at the distance we want to have the holes, the sizes of those holes, and the angles that we're going to actually put into the bowling ball.
I've never seen someone measure a hand like that before. Rod studied the curve of our fingers and the way our wrists moved before even drilling the holes. He explained how the layout, surface, and balance all shape how the ball reacts. It made me realize in bowling, the right fit isn't comfort, it's performance.
And the last thing I'm looking at is curl your fingers against mine, is I'm seeing if these are parallel or not, right there. Because what we're going to do to your two is we're going to give you what's called a fingertip grip. Okay, so your fingers are only going to go into the first joint. It's a little more responsive, which means when you throw it good, it's going to be a lot better. Drawback is when you throw it bad, it's going to be that much worse, but it's going to be a little more responsive to what you're doing. Now, your normal house balls are going to be in here like this, or to the second joint, so you just kind of have to hold on to them and let go of them.
Yeah.
So these are your first balls that we're going to test.
Before we get to test our new bowling balls, Nick, the sports exercise and performance specialist, guided us through a detailed bowling performance assessment. He analyzed joint mobility, posture, and balance, while explaining how strength and flexibility work together to create a powerful yet controlled release. It's clear bowling might look effortless, but it takes fitness, focus, and total body control to make it look that way.
Smile. You touched. I saw that. You touched. And you know. He touched again. He touched. What? Did not touch. Oh!
He did, yeah. You know your butt. I forgot.
Is there any one test we did today of the, how many tests we do again?
6 tests.
Of the 6 tests, is there any one that you would say is a KPI, a key performance indicator?
Definitely the balance test is. And
Yeah.
balance test first and functional movement screen is second.
Okay, because we see that a lot in strength training. A lot of strength trainers use fixed machines, benches and so forth,
Yeah.
to make them strong through a particular plane, but they have no balance or core strength. So
Yeah.
when they get on the football field or on a bowling lane, all that power goes lost. So do you find balance first, then develop strength under balance?
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely having a nice core balance, base to build off of is important, and being able to do a functional movement through a full range of motion and have strength through that full range of motion, and being able to stabilize those joints while you're doing it.
And we've put that in perspective. You're pacing down a wooden lane that's only 4 feet wide. You've got something around 15 pound in one hand, nothing in the other. You're going to throw this 15 pound item, nothing in the other. You're going to do it on one leg, and the other one has to be your balance.
Yeah.
And you're going to do all that while you're trying to hit a pin that's
60 feet down the lane.
down the lane. Doesn't sound hard at all, really, does it?
Not at all.
All right, I think we should go practice those things.
Absolutely.
Swing from the shoulder. We don't want to do anything with the arm or the elbow.
Okay, so I'm like, tap it together. So right foot, right arm.
In any form of education, we have something we call the learning curve. Sometimes it's very steep and sometimes it's very flat. You get comfortable with a certain method, a certain technique, whether it's your golf swing, whether it's your aim with a tennis racket. When you're bowling, you bowl either straight or hooked. That means the ball spins. When you're trying to learn to spin it for the first time, your game goes out the door and then has to come back in again. I'm basically learning how to do what I used to be able to do okay all over again.
Does it feel all right? Okay, let's try it. One more time. You want to think about that? And then off your fingers. Try one more time. There you go.
Keep this as steady as possible.
Join video that.
Yeah. 11 years old. When did you take up bowling?
I started bowling when I was 5 years old.
5. How did that happen?
Well, my parents just kind of put me into it. They were both bowlers, my grandparents were bowlers, and then it just stuck. I loved it so much. So it is.
So you found your thing. You know you found your passion. Good for you. What do you like about it? What's so cool for it?
Well, one thing, my favorite thing that I've gotten to meet so many people while I'm doing it, and it's fun. There's a lot of sports where you lose and you're like, man, but in bowling you're having fun while you're doing it, and it's like you get pumped up and you're actually knocking down something. A lot of kids like that about it, so I like it a lot.
You're allowed to break things and people clap when you do it. The more you break, the more claps.
Sometimes.
The physical side of the game. Is bowling a way to keep fit, or do you have to do supplementary training to stay in great shape to be a good bowler?
Well, I think bowling by itself can help keep you at least active, but I think to be a great player, like it's evolved in everything. At one point they thought, well, golf, you could be, big and heavy and still be a great golfer. Then Tiger kind of changed the whole perception. You can be big and be good at times, but you can't keep up with him every week. And bowling has evolved the same way in that you can be maybe less in physical shape and have good performances from time to time, but the best players are also doing the most work off the lanes as well.
That's one of the greatest things about it is it gives you the aspect of different things. Being an individual, sharing it in the team atmosphere. You can bowl with amateurs and professionals. You can bowl with kids. Really, bowling really gives you everything. And I think more people should take advantage of it, especially with the youth now with all the scholarships available out there. It's really a great, great road to a great education. It's given me a lot of structure in my life. It's given me my family, it's given me my friends, a career, and it's given me a lot of other things outside of bowling that I've had the opportunity to do.
What's the longevity of bowling? When does one hang up their balls?
Well, when we get married.
Getting the chance to bowl at the USBC Open in El Paso has been unreal. The arena's packed, the lights are bright, and the crowd's energy lifts every single shot. Each frame pushes us to get better, sharper, and even more consistent. To really understand what makes this event so iconic, I'll hand it over to Matt.
Well, this event goes back to 1901. It is the world's largest participatory sporting event, meaning that we'll have anywhere from 40 to 80,000 participants each year, and we're in a different city each year. The history, this is the 112th event this year. Going way back, it's older than the Baseball World Series, older than the Indianapolis 500, and older than the Rose Bowl in California. Bowling is a lifetime sport, and that's the cool part about it. So we'll have participants on the lanes next to each other, ranging in age from 16 all the way to, at this year, 92. We've had bowlers as old as 103. So it's something you can do for your entire life.
I just would encourage people to come out and try it if they never have. We have so many millions of certified bowlers out there and thousands of local and state tournaments that go on, and yet a high percentage of people have never been to nationals. And I don't know if it's intimidation sometimes, that they feel as though they're not ready for the big stage, but the beauty is you come down here and whether you're ready or not, you have fun, you get some experience, and you'll be hooked. You'll want to come do it again next year.
It's fun, of course. It's something that you can do as a family, and I think that's certainly a key to what you guys are doing is getting out there, getting off the couch as a family, and being able to again participate at any age, any skill level. You don't have to be particularly good at it, or you can be really good at it. Just depending on your skill level and your interest, there's a tournament or an event for you. And I think the appeal certainly is that you can do it anytime, anywhere, and together. And that's the important part.
And I'm going to pretend this is like the end of the week where it's all done and dusted.
Okay.
After tomorrow. So Andrew, thank you for our trophy. We're very honoured to have won the USBC Open Championships. I appreciate you modifying the scoring and the handicap system to make it possible for Jackie and I to walk away as the 2015 victors.
Thank you for coming out.
That was just a bit of fun.